Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will put it away to get this one started. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Rushes on it. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season.
Breaks into the open. Found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks down. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. back to the ground game on the left. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
He'll pull it down. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. Now on first down from the 28. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. To the air, it's Klubnik. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Might be calling a hot route. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So first down here as they go back to work. To throw, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's Douglas. And into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, no!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. He's loose. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
To the air on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Here comes the heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get ball back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He'll start this drive firing. Intercepting, that total goes to 16. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Syracuse. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's White. Oh, he's got some space. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try to run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart. Lowering the...
He's taking the shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's White. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the right. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's White. He'll take it himself. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that pad, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Caught near the sticks. It's McCoy. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking downfield very late in the half. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense is saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half there.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it.
Touchdown, Clemson! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago, That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
The play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout this season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. He's moving out of the pocket. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. It's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Moore. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Davidson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Randall. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline, try to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. To the air. It's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best one.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little space. Purdy on the Jets. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got out of trouble and throws. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him. You're seeing that now.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Tiger! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal. phenomenal quarterback. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback. Get it out quick.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Takes a hit as he fired. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Oregon. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping it. He's running free down the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knowles. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And right down the middle. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the fourth quarter. They are in great position right now to at least tie this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The little soft flip pass ball is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Snagged in the middle, it's McCoy. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Man,
It's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. He wants to take the top off. Catch inside the 25. He's loose down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Seminoles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire. Who steps up and makes the big-time play?
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
On the ground, it's Davidson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking deep down the right side. It's complete! And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock is struck 0, and the ball game is over. How How much fun was that? I mean, you just